Hello and welcome to the Think Talk with me, Beatrice. And it's been a while, and I am back to stay. Like legit, I am back to stay. I'm so happy to be with you today. And today, I just want to send a shout out to my son. As I'm recording now, he's standing in front of me and he's dancing. But me, I don't want to. I would have just turned the camera around so you can see him dancing. But he's my biggest support and I love him so much. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, it's enough now. Go and sit down. Okay. So today I want to talk about something that I've been doing for people, and also I don't know, people just trust me to ask me questions pertaining the subject matter I'm going to talk about. And also I have seen a lot of people make lots and lots of mistakes, and me myself, when I was going through that process, I also made mistakes. But I think wedding season is upon us, because if you're getting married in the so-called wedding season, November, December, January, you must be on the thick and thin of planning right now. If you have not started planning, this being June, and you're barely 5 or 6 months down the road to your big day, I don't know what you're doing. Or if you just thought about it, or you just got a proposal, I think this video will do you well. Like I said, a lot of people just trust me. Everybody around me, and I do it for free. They'll come to me, they'll even tag me wedding planner, wedding planner. Like I do the thinking, I do the calling of vendors, just the things that make a wedding come together, like the sitting down, talking about concept, what do you want, and so on and so forth. I want this video to be very short. So the first part of this video is dealing with what to do if you are planning to get married. So maybe I will tag this video, what to do if you're planning to get married. So this is for men as much as women, but mostly women. Mostly women, because when they say wedding, men will only come on board like the 11th hour. If they say the wedding is next week, come and see, they will be all over the place, just running around. I don't get it. Why are you not in the process at the very start? So I think I wrote down 4 things, just 4 simple things. If you're planning to get married, these are the 4 simple things that you should do. Number 1, before you start gyrating on the kind of wedding that you want, or the things that you want in your wedding, ask yourself, what is my budget if I am to get married right now? So budget is the number 1 thing. Everybody that comes to me that, oh, I want to get married, and so person says you will be the right person to advise me, the number 1 thing is, how much do you have for yourself? How much do you have for yourself? Because when I say for yourself, I know you will understand me. Because a lot of people get married with the anticipation that, oh, marriage is such a blessing and people are going to bless me, people are going to give me this. No. The number 1 thing you ask yourself, me, I'm getting married. Me and this lady are getting married. How much do we have collectively for this wedding? It is from that point that you will start to build up what is feasible for you. No 2 weddings can never be the same. Wedding is not a competition. Wedding is not a show of wealth. Wedding is, for me, is the most foolish way to spend money. How can I say I love this person and now I want to show you that I love him by spending money? It doesn't make sense. But because it is tradition, because it's something that is secular, people like the social feel that weddings bring, people want to get married in the flamboyant way. I don't have a problem with that. But don't kill yourself. Have a budget. I hate it when people say, when the time is near, people will help me. Don't do that. So the number 1 thing is have a budget. In Sierra Leone, the minimum you can have a wedding for, especially in Freetown, maybe up country, you can have a wedding for 5 million, what have you. But in Freetown, the minimum you can have a wedding for is 15 million. That's the minimum, the barest minimum. So if you don't have 15 million, 1 5, if you don't have it for a white wedding, so to speak. I am not talking about the traditional wedding where they just go to your father's house. The man will put some money in the basket, and then the lady's family will cook, and they will have, just close-knit family friends, and they have some merriment, and the tradition is being exchanged, and you're married. But if you want a white wedding, the one I am talking about in this video, the minimum you will have is 15 million. 1 5. That is the minimum that you should have for yourself. So if your budget is 15 million, that's just an example. For me, I think the minimum should be 15 million. That is $1,500. That's more money in some other country. But for Sierra Leone, that is the minimum you should have. When you have that money, when the person has proposed to you that I want to marry you, you are the person that I want, please relax until you have 15 million. When you have 15 million, then we can start talking now. Then you can start telling me, oh, I want to go and rent a hall, I want to go and this, I want to go and that. So that's the number one thing. Have a budget. Have some money. Have some money. Weddings are money. Let nobody lie to you. If you want to be wedded, like this white ping pong kind of thing that we're talking about here, it is money. Otherwise, there are other options. Some people just go to their pastor and they bless them, they go home. When the time is right and they think they want to celebrate their union, they do that. Well and good. So have a budget. 15 million for me. For all the weddings I have been a part of, I have helped organize, I say 50 million is the minimum. Okay. Number 2 thing is make up your mind the kind of wedding that you want. Now, when I say make up your mind the kind of wedding that you want, it means looking at certain characteristics of a wedding that you want to inculcate into your own big day. I know when you say you're getting married, there is an anticipation of somebody's wedding you have seen. There is a movie you have seen. There is something you're putting into comparison that you say, I want my wedding to look like this. So now you know how much you have for yourself. I'm not saying the one you're anticipating that people will give you. The money that you have for yourself. So now ask yourself, this money that I have for myself, what type of wedding will it give me? Will it give me a wedding wherein I will have tables, I will serve bottles, I will, have a 5-star hotel as my reception place, or I will have, what do they call these big cars? Lamborghini, no, I think it's G-Wagon, to be a part of my motorcade. Think about it. So when you have thought about the money that you have, it will help you. It will help you to decide what type of wedding do you want. Ultimately, maybe some people will come to the conclusion that I just want to have a close-knit, I want to get married maybe on a Saturday, traditionally. On a Sunday, I go to church and my pastor will bless me. Or if you're a Muslim, on a Friday, I will just tell my imam to bless me. And maybe even the week after, I will have a little reception just for my friends. That is determined by your budget. And even when I am saying this, that you are curtailing whatever thing, 15 million is still the minimum. I tell you why. Because when we think about the symbolism that we use when we get married in Africa or Sierra Leone, it's what? A ring, right? Usually it's a gold ring. I was trying to help somebody plan a wedding, and we went to the only place I know actually that sells gold ring, and the minimum that we'll find, the 3 pieces, 2 for the lady and then 1 for the husband, is 7,500,000. That is after my saliva was almost finished in my mouth. I was, just giving the guy some sweet talk. Let's we, Papa, let's we. It was 7,500,000. So let's take that aside, and you talk about, let's say you are not even bringing anybody, you just talk about your own apparel, the man's apparel, vehicle transportation, what do they call it, the register itself. You have to pay some money for the register itself, for you to go and register the marriage itself. All of those things, they will bring you up to a minimum of 15 million. Okay, so think about what you have in hand. If you think 15 million is too high of a budget to set at a minimum, please let me know on the comment section. Maybe I'm just being over ambitious, or maybe it's just the kind of people that I have helped plan their weddings. Maybe it's a rich gang. I never know. Okay, so the third thing is that make a list of things you yourself should buy. I know a lot of people, marriages have blessings. That is what we believe. When you're getting married, even if somebody that has never given you money, they will come and say, look, 10,000, I help you for buy soft drink. I remember when I was getting married, I have a neighbor. Like, is that those kind of neighbor that you just look at and you feel like, oh, I should be helping this. She was old. She has grandkids. She had a daughter that died and left all of the kids with her. So we were feeling sorry for her. But then when I was getting married, that made me cry. She brought one big white foil, a gallon of palm oil, and 5,000 leons. 5,000 leons is what? Is how many cents? It's like, it's not even up to $1. It's like 50 cents or something like that. And she brought it with so much joy. I cannot see you get married and not do anything. So don't get me wrong, people will ultimately help you. But like, there are things in a wedding that are time bound, that you don't have to wait until it's almost 2 weeks to the wedding and people, are giving you stuff. For example, if you're waiting for drinks, that is understandable. Somebody can give you drinks this morning and the reception is in the evening. You can still use them. But somebody cannot give you ring or go and buy you 7.5 million ring this morning for your wedding in the afternoon. So these are the kind of things you should know that you yourself should buy. Your ring, the way you are going to look. It is you that know how you want to look. So you should be able to, solve that. Like if you have your parents and your parents, they cannot fix like their clothing. Weddings in Africa are not only just for the bride. It's a day also for your mom, your dad to shine, to like give you away. And the same is true for the man. So these are things you should think about. I should buy my own mom's apparel. I should buy my dad a suit. I should buy, the man also should think that way. I should dress them up that if I'm making this gathering celebrating my love, my parents should look good. You get? So these are the things, pinpoint the things that it is you that you should do them. Okay? You cannot want to get married and be waiting that somebody should give you money to do IV. The invitation is on you. That is how people will know that you are getting married. So things like the invitation, that is on you. Things like the ring, it's on you. Things like your clothing, the gown. If you have to do your hair, you have to do your makeup. All of those things, they are on you. Okay, so put down those things that you know that even if nobody is giving me anything in this wedding, these are the things I should do for myself, and I should cover those things. Okay, so the last and final point is for you to find a wedding planner. I am not a professional wedding planner, and when it comes to planning, I just think I might be wrong, but I think it's innate. Some people are just born planners. Some people are just foresighters. They can see what you're not seeing when it comes, to organizing. It's just innate. They are born like that. I have a friend that she works for a big institution. Anytime they want to do something, she's, around it. Like, people trust her that she can come up with good programs. So look for that kind of person. It doesn't have to be a professional, because I don't even think we have professional bodies that do plan weddings, because just people think it's a waste of time, but it's not. The biggest help you can get on your wedding is to have a second brain or somebody to rely on, because it can get tense. probably even at the end. It can get tense, it can get confusing. Let's say, for example, your budget is really tight and you are anticipating to have a certain kind of wedding. You need a second mind. Maybe to just give you some tweaks to tell you that, okay, we don't need this, let's DIY this, let's do, just open your mind, give you alternatives to make your day special. The one thing I know, and you will agree with me, in this country, it is not money that makes wedding nice. It is organization. Ha! I have seen rich weddings. I have seen money in weddings. And the chaos. Everybody is flying there. This is flying there. This is shouting there. The chaos is just too much. So for me, it is not the money. Let's even say you have a budget of 100 million to do a really good wedding. If you don't have good organization, it's like pouring water in a bucket, in a basket. It will just be waste of money. So source out somebody that will help you. Either if you're lucky enough, you might have a professional. Otherwise, in your circle, in your family, find someone that has that brain to plan, to organize. Someone that is firm. When they say this is what I am going to do, they do it. Okay? So I hope these tips make sense to you. If you're getting married, congratulations in advance. I wish you all the best. Leave your comment down below if you have any other thing that you think you should think about when you're getting married, when you have decided to get married. Don't tell me that that is, what if I don't have the husband but I want to. No, that's not the kind of question. They have already proposed to you. You are in agreement that you are going to get married. That is the kind of thing I'm talking about. All right, thank you. Bye.